I please myself, I don't please no one else.
Do you get on my nerves?
I do not care.
I don't want you to ever be late ever again.
Don't hit the camera. My name is Cherelle and I live in Leighton and I'm 16. So I get really angry at times and do things that I don't necessarily need to do. All of my friends are angry themselves, but when they're angry they just sit there and can hold it in or laugh it off. I can't do that. I have to throw something or I have to shout or jump or scream or something because I get angry at least twice a day. That's what it's like. It's just normal now.
16-year-old Cherelle lives with her mum, stepdad, 10-year-old brother and 2 baby sisters. It's a bit of a madhouse at times, so rows often kick off.
Just ease it down a bit and don't be so aggressive. That's all I'm saying to you. Do you know, there's no need sometimes to be mad at the world.
Oh, that's my brother. My brother just gets on my nerves all the time. I hardly get on with anyone. This is my little sister, Shandice, and she's 2 years old. You're going to go nursery tomorrow?
At 14, Cherelle was a good student, but in the last 2 years her performance has gone south. Her major achievement has been an award for worst attendance.
I was rude at school every day. Just as a general thing, I could have taken a better response towards teachers because in year 11 they put me back one set in science just because of my attitude.
Cherelle's anger has held her back at school. This will be a tough case for Dr. Rachel Andrew. She's a chartered clinical psychologist who specialises in helping teenagers with their anger.
And when I first meet with a family, I don't go in there with a set plan of what to do. The first meeting with them is crucial. It's really just about assessing what the difficulties are and also to find out what changes the families want to make. Because I think we can all make the mistake of thinking that there's one catch-all answer to anger and that there's one solution for everyone. There are very different reasons that each of us get angry.
For most angry teenagers, the problems and solutions can be found in the home. But this time, Rachel will have to think outside the box. She's got 2 weeks to make a difference.
Hiya, is it Cherelle? Yeah. Hiya, nice to meet you. I'm Rachel Andrew. What situations kind of are making you feel angry at the moment?
In the house, there's conflict between me and my brother, and then my mum will get involved. Or like in the street, people that you don't know will come up to you and barge you and give you funny looks and that. Like, 'cause sometimes I take up my little sister, and then people look at me like, "Oh, is that her baby?" Like, 'cause my sister's only 2.
Some of the problems with anger are about what we're thinking other people are thinking about us, aren't they? Has anything kicked off in the house like lately, or?
Yeah, I broke a window.
Right.
And I'm always throwing stuff, slamming doors.
Everyone feels angry. About changing some of the things that you do when you're angry to try and help you to feel a bit more in control of it. So what are you up to at the moment?
I'm going to go college in September.
What are you hoping to do?
Business, law and psychology.
Wow. It's going to be hard work, isn't it? But you must have been doing good at school then, to be able to go...
Behaviour-wise, no.
What do you want to do? Like, what's your big life plan?
I want to either be a lawyer or a psychologist.
It sounds like you're pretty ambitious. You want to kind of go far.
But Cherelle's anger has ruined her chances at school.
School made me angry. Throwing stuff, punching things, getting sent out of the classroom, getting put on isolation. Bad language, wrong jewellery. Basically, I wasn't achieving as much as I could have achieved in school. The teachers weren't really there for me while I was at school.
When she talks about feeling angry, the time at school, feeling let down by some of the teachers, I think for Cherelle that's still a big issue.
But school is not the only issue, as Cherelle is having problems controlling her anger at home with her brother and sisters.
Shandice, go and sit down.
No, Cherelle.
You hear how rude she is, yeah? You see how rude she is? Go and sit down.
No.
Don't hit the camera. It's my little sister, Shandice.
Hello there, Shandice.
Say hello.
Hello.
I mean, we were talking a bit earlier, weren't we, about how much Shandice means to you?
Yeah.
I just wondered if you'd tell me a little bit about
She's
you
my
and
heartbeat.
Shandice.
I love her so much. She's my, I don't know, I'm my other little sister as well, and my brother. But more so, my sisters.
What do you think it would mean to Shandice if you could kind of manage your anger a little bit better?
She's copying everything she sees me do, basically. So she throws tantrums as well. Well, you're silly. Go to sleep.
Adolescence is a time where teenagers move between wanting to be independent and autonomous and wanting to be cared for by their parents. And parents can often struggle with this.
She's got to realise that there's more to life than being a teenager. She's left school now. Yeah. She'll be going to college soon, and it's going to be time for her to take more responsibility.
What would you worry might happen to her?
I think that she'll just end up doing a dead-end job, which she's not going to be happy doing, so she'll just end up just wasting her life, basically. And where Cherelle's got, like you say, got quite a few, she's ambitious and she's quite bright, but she just doesn't seem to know that.
I mean, it seems like a bigger thing than just anger. Do you know? It seems almost like if we can help her achieve what she wants to, just generally in life, hopefully the anger will kind of get reduce anyway.
What I'd like to see from her is her to help more around the house, which she doesn't really like to help at all. If you ask her to do anything, she says like, "What are you doing? Why can't you do it?" and things like that. So help with her sisters. If I ask her to do something, don't backchat me, just get on with doing it.
It's early days, but already Rachel can see the tension between mother and daughter.
When I was your age, I was doing housework and whatever. But you...
I please myself. I don't please no one else. Because I wasn't born for no one, so I'm not going to please no one.
But we say that.
That's why when you say, "Oh, your room's messy, this and that," I tell you, I do not care. I'm a big enough girl to make up my own mind. No one can influence me. Right. No matter how hard they try, it's not going to work.
You don't care about anyone else minus your friends. Your friends you care about. And I've said this to you on you being here for the whole day, right? And you say you're not going out. As soon as the phone rings and a friend, "Oh, I'm going out now," and you want to be walking back in here 12 o'clock at night or 2:45 like the other day, which is not on.
Having had this initial meeting with Cherelle and her mum, I think Cherelle's got these great ambitions to be a barrister. I think mum, on the other hand, is struggling to cope with 3 other children and really wants Cherelle to help out more at home. This gulf between what Cherelle wants to achieve and the reality of her life at home is leaving Cherelle with a great deal of resentment. Teenage anger can express itself in many ways. With boys, it's often violent and can be physically aggressive, whereas with girls like Cherelle, they can tend to internalise anger.
If me and my mum's having a confrontation, that's something private, and I wouldn't like the whole world to see what me and my mum look like when we're arguing.
That's Cherelle, she's very well behaved. Everyone thinks, "Oh, lovely Cherelle, she's so sweet." But she is. When you look at it, you think, "Oh," but then, oh, it's devil in disguise.
4 days in, and Dr. Rachel has come back to check on Cherelle's progress. Unfortunately, only one of them has arrived on time.
8 o'clock was too early for Cherelle, so we renegotiated a further time of about 11. And unfortunately, when we've arrived at 11, now Cherelle can't fit us in till 12:30. The reason I think it's important, actually, is because what seems to be happening is this is a very real issue for Cherelle and her mum about timekeeping and negotiating times for Cherelle to come in or for Cherelle to do things.
Rachel is experiencing Cherelle's lack of commitment firsthand, whether it's school, housework, or simply being on time. She is worried that Cherelle is not serious about the project.
Hello there. Nice to see you again. Hello there. I mean, I don't know, do you want a few minutes before they start filming?
Oh, that's right.
You sure?
Yeah.
Because what I'm getting from you is you're not really very interested at the moment.
What?
I was wondering if you were a bit fed up about what went on this morning. Would you have
With my
rather...
brother.
Oh, no, I didn't know about that.
Oh, yeah, I had a little argument with him this morning.
So what was that about?
I warned him.
Right. By saying what? What did you say?
The next time he does it, I'll smash his face in.
You were threatening him a little bit.
Yeah.
And then did you find yourself getting kind of more and more worked up and shouting and stuff?
Yeah, I just can't be bothered now. Just ruined my whole day.
Really? What she talks about is a clear change in herself about 2 years ago. Mum was pregnant. Cherelle was 13, on kind of the cusp of adolescence, at quite a vulnerable age. I think she was starting to fail in school and feel disillusioned. The attitude and the aggression that sometimes she shows is a way of protecting that more vulnerable side.
Since that time, a second little sister, Shanique, has joined the family.
I mean, what we can see here is Cherelle in the background. Actually, she's really frustrated and angry that Mum has this new baby in her life. Cherelle, instead of confronting a situation full on, will avoid the situation that's causing her some distress. That's one example of displaced anger.
Before she had Shanique, oh my God, she was so fun to be with. And before she had Shandice as well, she'd be going out almost every Saturday, taking me different places. But now she's just what you call a housewife now.
Right. So you feel Mum's really changed in the last couple of years?
Yeah.
Rachel believes Sandra and Cherelle putting aside special time for each other would be a good idea. But in the meantime, she has some simple techniques that Cherelle can use to control her temper.
You want respect from everyone and that. And I see from Mum, she kind of wants to be respected too. And I guess it's about you kind of giving that to each other. Would that be hard?
I'll just have to walk away from her.
Right. Have you done that before?
But then still that could be seen as like a sign of disrespect, like when Mum's talking to me and I walk away. But then that's the only way that I can get away from her, and then afterwards, but if I do that, she'll follow me anyway.
Will she?
Yeah.
Right. So we would, if you're thinking about trying something different and trying to walk away, we would need to make sure that Mum's in on that so she doesn't follow you.
Rachel shows Cherelle that the techniques she uses with her friends can easily be adapted to life at home too.
Are there people like in your life who you disagree with but you can have a discussion about things? Do you disagree with your friends over stuff?
Some things, not really though, because like where we're all on that, we're more all grown up now, matured. If one of them says something and I don't agree with it, then we'll just talk about it. Like, no, I don't think it goes like that. I think it goes like this.
Could you have that type of a talk with Mum?
I don't know. I've never thought of it like that.
One more approach is to make use of a role model.
I can't remember if I even asked you kind of who you really admire.
Beyonce.
Ah, yeah. Yeah. What would you need to start to change, do you think, to become somebody like Beyonce?
I think my temper.
Right. Because I wonder if the next time you get in the little rows, almost like have like Beyonce pop into your head, and give you that little bit of advice.
Maybe, yeah.
The idea of the aspirational figure is just to get young people thinking in different ways. So to find someone that they really admire or look up to and just begin to think how those people might have got to where they have done.
Despite the role model, things aren't going that well.
She's never hardly here. And when she comes in, she says, I'll do it in the morning, and she doesn't do it. So it's not going well.
I think I've been helping, not enough, but I have been helping out. More than I did before. Well, I guess you just have to leave it and see. We never know until we cross that bridge.
I've crossed that bridge so many times, it's amazing I don't drown yet.
The problem is that Cherelle still feels resentment towards her brother and sisters, and she decides to confess this latest frustration to her video diary.
I had an argument with my brother this morning actually, but he started showing off, so I got a bit angry. I'm not going to let him get to me basically. So Mum's happy now as well because we ain't been arguing too much, so everyone's been arguing with Shandice because she just doesn't listen. She's just so naughty. And she's rude as well, so all the arguments have basically been with her.
But there is some good news. Cherelle is taking Rachel's advice and is spending more time with Sandra.
And we have been spending more time.
But when we spend time together, I like to joke around and she's like straight-faced sometimes.
Yeah, but when the joke's on you, yeah, it's not funny.
We do go out quite often, we do, but she can never get up early enough to come out with me. That is what the problem is.
Getting up and getting ready for 9.
Yeah, 9 o'clock. I like to be out that door at 9 because
that's
if I don't
her
get
morning.
at 9,
My morning's more 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock. That's my
4,
morning.
5, 6.
Yeah, I think like 12 o'clock at night's my evening because I do everything so late. I can't get up all early.
Despite the improvements at home, Cherelle's lack of prospects are still causing frustration. This really hits home when she gets a reality check at the job centre.
Hairstylist in Leytonstone, 30 hours per week. From 10 a.m. till 6 p.m, £50 per day. Oh no, I don't think so. I went to job centre and was looking for a job, but they didn't really have nothing. Just 2 jobs and I don't even want them really. I was just getting annoyed with the thing, I was going to hit it, so I had to just walk out.
The trip to the job centre has really shown Cherelle the reality of her situation, which is that she's got these dreams of becoming a barrister, but she's unlikely to succeed at them at the moment due to her underachieving at school. This could be part of what is causing her to feel quite resentful and angry and frustrated about things. I've got a colleague I'm hoping to introduce Cherelle to.
Rachel has pulled some strings and managed to get Cherelle an interview with Global Graduates, a scheme which provides one-to-one support for talented teenagers who need help to get the most out of education.
The lady who runs it, Yolandi, is very kind of honest and straight talking and will tell her the difficulties that lie ahead, but will also kind of inspire her.
I think for Cherelle, she'll be meeting her mirror image. Here is a black woman who is, I'm not her mother, I want her to be me in 20 years' time. And so I need to challenge all those things about her, which at the moment she doesn't want to deal with.
I'm not too sure where she is at the moment.
Okay.
I think,
is that one of the issues?
I think so. And I think it's easier to dream than to start putting things in place and to fail.
Cherelle arrives a full 40 minutes late.
Hi, Cherelle. Good to see you. There's some similarities between me and you, but I'm never going to know what it's like to be a young black woman in London. With the lady you're going to meet with today, who's called Yolanda. She's lived through some of the struggles, I suppose, that you've lived with. And I think I was looking for somebody who'd be an inspiration to you. What are your thoughts about meeting with her, or what are your worries?
I haven't got any.
What are your hopes?
Just that we get along like me and you do.
Yeah.
Hi, Cherelle. Lovely to meet you. I'm Yo Beckles. Do you want to take a seat for me? Global Graduates is an organisation that works with kids from inner city backgrounds, like myself and yourself, who have aspirations, who have dreams, but are also extremely able and very gifted and talented. So let's just go back. Tell me about your years at Connaught. Were you a high achiever? What kind of things were you doing?
At first I was, and then my punctuality and my attendance just went down. Right, if I had to go through school again, I would do it differently.
Yeah, you've learned a lot from that, haven't you?
I've learned a lot from it, but at the time, you're young, you're just thinking, I can't be bothered.
Yeah. Academic achievement is critical now to the success of what you will become later on in life.
When I start college and then go to university, and then go to law school or something, everything's going to change.
Yeah. That's a 7-year commitment. Are you up for that?
Yeah.
Convince me, I'm not convinced. You were late today. Why were you late?
Because the train. But I know that's not a good enough reason, but...
You can't afford for me to sit here and wait for you. How you look, how you portray, how you behave, what you then deliver is how people will respond to you. And if your mum comes and says, Cherelle's always late for me as well, what message do you think that sends to people about yourself?
No, I just can't be bothered.
Yeah. So why should we take you seriously? Do you understand?
And there's something about being late. It's a way that Cherelle always kind of makes sure she's thought about. So for that space between when she's expected home and when she actually comes in, Mum is thinking about her constantly.
I don't want you to ever be late ever again. You compete, Cherelle, with another 500 kids every year and we only have 30 places. All right? Those students are never late. I'm going to take you in a moment over the road to meet some of those students. So you're going to go into a new group of friends who want the same things as you. This is the moment where you can change your life.
It was a testament to Cherelle's strength of character that she actually sat there and listened to the things that Yolandi had to say to her.
Rachel has left Cherelle with the other students to see if she'll sink or swim.
She avoids these kinds of situations where she's put to the test. So I think actually putting her in that situation just brought out the best in her.
I'm just here basically to sort out problems with anger. Why did you not start with Global Graduates? What did you want to gain from it?
confidence to do whatever I want in life.
I've just found that I've learned a lot of stuff that I would never have learned otherwise.
You meet people that are like you, that are like-minded.
Does some of it come from you? Will you have to change something about yourself?
Timekeeping, firstly, I have to change that. And sometimes the way I present myself, I wanted to run about, do stupid little things, but now I'm more serious and I know what I want from life. And some of the people that I hang around with, they're still not sure of what they want.
It's up to you, if you like. And your friends aren't they're not really going to help you get through anything.
My mum's got another, like 2 younger ones, well 3 younger ones to deal with. It's going to be harder for her to support me as much as she would have liked to. But I'm going to have to talk to her and just like say to her that when she has time, basically, to come and have a little talk with me about where I'm going next.
I'm set on trying to get B's and A's in my A-levels, so I'm going to try hard as well. So we're in the same boat.
They're all working with each other. They know what they want from life, and they don't no one puts themselves higher than anyone else. They all say we're all in the same boat, we're in it together. That's what I like, and you rarely get that with teenagers nowadays.
You almost took the floor. Some young people wouldn't be able to do that, would they?
It was hard.
Yeah.
It was hard.
It was important for Cherelle to see another example of education, but where she could be in control of it. Because I think often that's the difficulty for some young people, that they don't view their own education as something that they've got control over.
It's Rachel's last day and time to wrap things up with Cherelle.
Almost everything's changed. I don't get angry as much as I used to. Global graduates, I'm going to go there. And I'm just going to start doing things that I want to do for me and start basically communicating with people in the family a lot more.
Inspired by Yolandi and Rachel, Cherelle is determined not to let her positive experience go to waste.
So we've got some stuff out so Cherelle can describe it to you a bit more.
Of her.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't describe how happy I am today. It's one of the best days of my life.
Maybe it's the right time for you to start changing. What do you need from Mum to be able to do that?
Basically, you know what sort of person I am most of the time. I can't be bothered. Don't let me say I'm not sure. Say you're doing it. Keep being firm with me.
I'm with you. One thing that's improved drastically from you not being here is the arguing back. She doesn't do it. She does not do it. If I have to say, that's like from 0%, it's gone way up.
Not every young person could do that, and for me that's just a sign that this will go on and just grow. I've written you a card with just some of the things I've noticed on and kind of what my hopes, for you for the future are.
Thank you.
And we've got you a book as well. You take care. Oh, thanks so much for all your hard work.
Yeah, thanks.
It's been a pleasure.
2 weeks ago, before Rachel arrived, Cherelle was caught up in endless arguments with Mum and anger over her lack of prospects.
You don't care about anyone else.
No one can influence me.
Right.
No matter how hard they try, it's not going to work. No, she didn't. Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
What was important today was that Mum and Cherelle both made time to talk about Cherelle's life and what she found out today. And I think what's essential is for Mum to support her in that. So it was important to have that time for Mum to know what she could do to support Cherelle in the changes that she wants to make.
Thank you so much for everything you've done for me. You didn't have to buy me the book. Oh, I just don't know what to say. I'm so speechless right now. You've just made a mark on my whole life.